My name's Jamie Hazardin, and I've been travelling across this amazing country, learning about its culture and hidden secrets from people who live there. This time, I want to take you with me on my journey as I visit the men and women who choose to live and make their homes in some very special places. Join me as these Australian bushmen tell their story. On this episode, Mark and I are visiting my mate PJ, who needs a bit of help clearing up after the cyclone. But before that, there is someone you just have to meet. A good mate of mine, Richard Hughes, a true blue Aussie legend, well known up here, goes by the name of Dick. He's been up here for nearly 60 years. He's a journalist, a tour operator, and we're going to go and catch up with him and wet a line today. You've got to meet this guy.
So what are you doing out there this time, Jamie?
Well, it's that time of the year again.
When the crocs just start to come out.
Oh yeah?
They come out this time of the day to get a bit of sun. Quite a few crocs out here. One of the major crocodile spotting rivers on the east coast.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, and all these tour boats out here, they're all line up with tourists and get to enjoy all the crocodiles over here.
Yeah, right, eh?
Yeah. We might have a cast around the snag, mate.
Sounds good to me.
And we'll see what happens.
Yep, why not? I reckon we move down there, Dick. I can see the fish down there. We give it a go down there?
What, you got x-ray vision, mate?
Yeah.
I got a marvellous pair of sunnies to do that. But let's go and have a look at it anyway. We give this a fair
Yeah, sounds good. How long since you running the tour for it?
About 12 years ago now.
Yeah.
I sold out and sort of retired from tour operation.
Yeah, right. How long did you was you over here in this area?
Yeah, I lived here for a while, and
Yeah.
after leaving the Northern Territory, I lived over here in the rainforest, and later on we moved into Bushman.
Yeah, there's so many stories you could tell about that stuff, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, you take this Daintree, it's one of the richest mangrove forests in the world, you know. There's
Yeah,
about
right.
29 species of pure mangroves here, and round about 40 odd species of trees which are associated and are saltwater tolerant. So there's a lot of air in these places, lots of birds, there's a few fish in the river, fishing wise.
What was the tour you were actually doing, though?
Well, I had a tour operation here on the river as a fishing guide for a couple of years, and I give that away and I started rainforest tours up to Cape Tribulation and Bloomfield Falls from Port Douglas.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just very private, very exclusive small vehicles in only small numbers, and it went off pretty well.
So when did you write that first book?
Oh, 74, I think I had the first book published. That was on the Gulf country.
Yeah, right.
Since then I've had 6 others published, and but I go back to about 1957. I was only a kid. I had an article published in a fishing and hunting magazine, and since then I've sort of been a freelance writer for many magazines over the years. 15.
15?
Yeah,
Crikey.
so
Yeah,
it was a
right.
penned article, but it went awful right, and it sort of inspired me to keep on going, and
Yeah, right.
I've been writing ever since. And
Yeah, because I know you do for a lot of magazines.
I do. I write for about 10, 12 magazines at the moment, you know. I've got columns in 4 of them, and so it keeps pretty busy, keeps me out of trouble, and keeps me out in the bush and fishing.
So we're going to go and check out one of these spots?
Yeah, we'll have a few casts, do a bit of trolling. You got a line in the water, you're going to catch a fish.
Got half a chance anyway.
Yeah, I reckon we should move, mate.
Sounds good?
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon we can crawl up into there, Dick.
Yeah, you try anything, and you never know. Yeah, well, mate, that's fishing, isn't it?
No, I think that's why they call it today.
You know, you get one or you don't. Otherwise, they call it catching. Everyone will be doing it.
True story. Having no luck on the rods, it's time to head north. Whew, looks like the pigs have been into it this morning. They're feral up here and they go wild. There's not enough people up here to contain them, but they just dig up and they just thread all the bush up here. I think we should check some of that out there. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is what the feral pigs do. For those of you at home that don't know what this is, when you see it when you're on these sort of trips up north and all over the place, it can be out west. But this is what they do. They churn the ground up, they feed off it, but they do it through all the rainforests and trees and bushes around the place. And they dig it all up. That's what feral pigs do up here. How divine is this? What a beautiful piece of scenery. And you've got this all the way up here, everywhere up here. You've got fresh running water. The water's drinkable, no problem at all. And it's beautiful too. One thing you want to take into account when you're up here is make sure if you are drinking water, it is running water. Well, we pushed on last night. We went through Wujal and we've headed on past China Camp, and we think we've made it to the base of PJ's driveway. Now, that's going to be a journey in its own, so we pulled up here last night, stayed the night, and now today we're going to try and do this driveway where we believe there's trees down. We don't know what we're in for. Well, we're on PJ's driveway now. We don't know how bad it's going to be, but I mean, it took him, I think he said somewhere between 5 and 7 days to clear his driveway so he could get out. So, and believe me, it's a long driveway. So we're going to go up, see what we can come up against, and if we've got to move some more stuff, well, we'll move some more stuff to get up there. Well, we're getting up on the ranges now a bit more. Oh, wow. You know, some of these logs are absolutely amazing. I'm going to have to check this one out and show you how big this one is. You know, it's just been taken down by that cyclone that come through here. He told me some trees come down, but wow, check out the size of these things. They're huge. And this is from that bit of a cyclone that come through here. Now, I'm not sure, but he did say he cleared this, but I don't know if he had any help, but it took him 5 to 7 days, and I can see why. We've had this all the way up the track so far, and we don't know what's ahead of us yet. Incredible. Well, we'll keep on moving along. You just might need to watch this corner, Mark. It's pretty rutted with that trailer on the back there, and we're actually just about at PJ's front gate.
All right, thanks.
I think we've only got to go around a couple more corners there, and we'll be up at his joint. But it's a bit of a challenge for a driveway, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it looks like we're getting close to the top, so hopefully no dramas.
How good is this place? We've driven 3 kilometres of driveway with trees down everywhere. We're here to clear some trees up, but I want you to come and check out PJ's place. That driveway was an absolute mission. I could only imagine how much you went through to do that.
Yeah, a few days work.
Few days?
Yeah, a few days.
So how many days?
7 all up in the end before I could get out, but yeah, up and down with the chainsaw and the backpack, fuel, and back and forwards, so.
I mean, I looked at some of them trees, the size of them. That's incredible.
Yep, roots and all too, eh?
Yeah, amazing. What was here before you moved here?
There was an old claim here once a long time ago. Someone had been living here once before, a long time ago, yep.
Yeah,
and before that, it used to be an Aboriginal camp, stopover, and they used to walk to Daintree, so.
And they used to walk up
the hill and out through the back here on the track that we're going to drive, and that was the walking track through to Daintree, where they'd go hunt down there.
Righto. So what I wanted to share with everyone at home is how you actually live up here, because you are self-sufficient. You've got everything here that you need, and you know it's not just a trip down the road to the shop.
No, not just a short trip anyway.
Because I mean, you've got all your veggies.
Yeah, as much as possible, fruit trees and.
Yeah, a lot of bush tucker around the joint.
Yeah, a bit of bush tucker and a few wild pigs out the back too if I need some bit of meat.
So what have you got in growing around here?
Oh, a large list, but as much fruit trees as I can possibly get. So there's something on at every part of the year.
Yeah.
Veggies, most of the stuff's Asian stuff that copes with the water. It's a pretty wet country up here. We get 3.5 metres of rain a year, so.
Yeah.
You know, most of the southern stuff doesn't really like that much water, so A lot of Asian greens, a lot of greens just to keep me going during those times when we're stuck in here.
So how long do you get stuck in here for?
It's not so bad nowadays that the roads are improving, but when we used to live in the old gold mining camp, we used to be in there for 3 months at a time before we could go anywhere. Wet season, that was it.
So some of these are the artefacts you dug up here on the old camp?
Yeah, when we were doing the foundations for the shack here, yeah. Some old fireplaces, maybe a couple of feet down under the dirt. Just
They look like just normal rocks.
Yeah, they do to most people, but you start looking, you can see the divots in here where they used to crack the burriga nut. You can tell this one's for cracking nuts. You can see the grooves where they've ground the grooves out, cracking these real hard nuts out the back here.
Right. Can you show us how that works?
These things, burriga nuts they call them, they're a quandong. They sit in these grooves here. That's where they've just been hammering them for donkeys' ears.
And then you...
Bang them and crack them through there.
That's the one you broke before?
There's one broken, yep, it was broken, so.
Yeah, right.
Not much of a nut in there, but still probably high energy, high protein food.
And you eat it just like that?
Just eat it like that, yep.
Yeah, coconut.
Yeah, I think almond, but yeah, everyone's different.
Almond, yeah.
Half and half, I suppose. But.
Yeah. That's amazing. So I see you've made me up that map I was after.
Yeah, well, sometimes a little bit hard to find your way around here. There's a few roads off.
Oh yeah. Well, I couldn't find your place this time.
Nah, it changes after cyclone too. Everything changes. So
Yeah.
the creeks change, everything changes.
And then you've got the old gold mine maps.
Yeah, and I got a bit of the old history out for you. So back to the 30s and 20s, 28s and stuff like that. It's been here for a while. So
That even shows the depth that they were going down.
yeah, yep, the whole way. That was all mining warden reports. So they used to do it every year. The mining warden come around to all the gold mines and do a check and an update and a report.
Well, when we go down and move some of these trees and that,
Yep.
hopefully we can get down there to check out some of them mine shafts. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, no, all dug by hand, all bucket, shovel and pick. And
So how long ago was that?
back in the early 1900s.
All right, well let's go and hit them tracks.
No worries.
Go down there. In the next episode, Mark and I are helping PJ tackle the aftermath of the cyclone, and then we get to explore some of the old mines in the area.